Groove. Keep your vibes to the man. Anyway, may I say thank you very much, Etienne. You are very gracious. I don't deserve any of that, but I love you to bits. And may I also say that it is really great to see you all here this evening. A lot of you I've met for the first time, and that's even greater because you are all linked to John and Mary. May I also, for a moment, Mr. Master of Ceremonies, if I may, just go off you a little. Say that one of the things that always strike you as you grow older as a man, that when you go to weddings, you see all your mates, they put on a suit and a jacket, maybe a tie, maybe not, maybe some kind of jeans and a jacket, but it's all blew up, let's face it, James. But then we look at the meticulous detail with which 50% of this room approach a wedding. You go about it in a meticulous way to make yourself look absolutely beautiful. And I'm going to just ask all the men to put their hands together and congratulate for the reception. Family and friends, and then a little bit about the importance of the day. So first of all, here's my story. So one day I get an SMS from Murray. He says, how about lunch? I have a very special bottle of wine and we can even eat something with it. I followed a call, and on the 6th of December 2012, we sat down at Dougie's famous table at La Perla, and we shared a rib of beef and that very special bottle of wine. Then Murray asked me, because I also suffer a little bit of verbal diarrhea, if I could kindly keep quiet for a while. Because he needs some time to express something important. He then proceeded with a beautiful poetic discourse on how he did not plan to, but nevertheless did fall in love with Jean, and wanted to ask me for her hand in marriage. I jumped up, I was probably knocking my chair over, gave Murray a hug. There was lots of back slapping. Michael Louis, who's here tonight, recently told me that he happened by chance to be in the restaurant, sitting on the other side of the room, and he said he heard some of the happiest laughter that he's ever heard in his life. So after that, backstabbing and happy laughter, Murray turned to me and he said, I take that to be a yes. And indeed it was. Let me also say, that very special bottle of wine was a Chateau Lacard, 1976, which happens to be, and this is Murray in his meticulous detail, the year that Linda and I got married. I think it's also the day he got born, am I correct, Murray? For the year. But anyway, this portrays to me the detail that Murray has in putting things together. He researches things to the degree that is necessary. He knows that I love a good bottle of wine. He knows that he wants joint, so there we go. He deals with people and friendships and relationships in this way. All night long, a lot of guys that I do not know well I got to know them very well last weekend, but what happened in Hong stays in Hong. And everyone is telling me the same thing. You're going to hear lots more about that, and you have already heard he's the sort of guy that can always find, I've seen, a win-win solution. And yet he can assert himself. I think that's great. And very importantly, he doesn't sweat the small stuff. He doesn't deal with unimportant small stuff. You get past it very quick. And then on top of it all, as you all know, is a really good golf player. Jean, I was told, I may not say much about you, but I am going to say something, because a lot of people are talking about your virtues. From my perspective, I would want to say, Jean, you have so many of your mother's beautiful attributes that I love so much. And you've already taken that further in your life. And I love you dearly. You look serenely fabulous and happy. And you are beautiful in so many ways in all our lives. The last bit I have to scratch out because we'll get too long. But I want to say, you are a beautiful, beautiful bride. Maybe we can give her an applause. I've just discovered who this thing is for. So on the second part, I was thinking about, on a night like this, people that are not here, I would like to say to you that I wish tonight to dance with my departed mother to the tune of Yellow Bird, and also with my absent sister to the wildest Rolling Stone, Led Zeppelin, to loosen up the leaden, weary bones. On a night like this, I also wish to hear my father's best staccato wit juxtaposed with his Wagner's Tannhauser. Jawohl. I was also asked to speak in the foreign accent in one of my cars, and I don't understand
Brilliant.
But then seriously, I also on a night like this would like to hear my father-in-law's wisdom and faith in eternity. Met wat 'n vriend het ons in Jesus. But this can't be. And I'm shooting in the dark long already. After all, we all have our absent loved ones. So, on a night like this, I think of someone who said, absence is to love what wind is to fire. It extinguishes the small, it inflames the great. They are only gone if the flames are not burning inside of us. So, engulfed by the passion of the Southeaster who gave us a reprieve today, let us love with abundance those that we miss and those that are here tonight. And so, on a night like this, I am joyed to dance with my beautiful daughter as she lights up space and hearts and minds, and to welcome my new son into my life and in my family. A little bit of feeling from my side is also that on a night like this one looks at life and the way things turn out, and then you realize that we are choices that we make within space and time. We realize tonight that this is one of those life-informing moments. We're married, and John is getting married. We cannot always explain the logic or the significance of happenings, and we get sequence and importance wrong sometimes. Yet tonight we know that when a man meets a woman, and they are blessed with love and hopefully children, destiny is forged and molded. We recently traveled through the Redwood Forest in Northern California, and what what struck me was that from the remains of a fallen redwood tree, the burrs in its flat roots start to grow new aspiring redwood saplings. They are really from the old tree itself. So instead of redwoods being thousands of years old, they may actually span millennia, for all we know. Instead of them being individuals, they are all united in a cluster and finally in the forest. So let us bring our loved ones from whom we were birthed and born into the room. Blessed toast the newlyweds as they grow into the future. To Marie and Jean, may your cups always be full. May they overflow. And if they empty out, may they be filled soon. To Marie and Jean.